Hi, welcome back. Thanks for joining. Today's class is going to focus on tending to your nervous system. In our last practice together, we worked on creating safety by noticing without judging, noticing sensations or thoughts without needing to justify or explain why that thought or sensation is there. Today's practice will build on that noticing, but we'll also ask, what do I need? So we'll be asking our nervous system what it needs throughout the practice so that we can tend and give ourselves what we need. We all have needs. We are needy people. Humans are needy. So it's discerning what is the need and how can we get that need met. Today we'll be practicing feeling that in our body. All right, let's begin today's practice. Begin seated, and if you'd like to sit up on something, I'm sitting up on a blanket. Having your hips higher than your knees can be supportive to your spine and help you sit with a straighter spine. As you're building your yoga practice and coming into your seat, particularly on the floor, you may feel sensations strongly in your spine. This is your back muscles, and we're coming online for you. They're going to help you. They're going to help support your back as you come into this practice. But in the beginning, it might feel a little strenuous. So be kind and gentle with yourself and take breaks as you need. So come into your comfortable seat and just arrive. Arrive in your own body. You might even like to close your eyes and take a couple deep breaths. If you've closed your eyes, I invite you to keep them closed or to lower your eyelids and rest your gaze on one focal point. We'll begin with a meditative practice. This practice is of orienting to our place and space in time. So bring your awareness to the crown of your head and then imagine drawing a line from the crown of your head all the way up to the ceiling, an imaginary line. And once you reach the ceiling, draw that line back to the crown of your head. Let's do that once more. From the crown of your head to the ceiling, and from the ceiling back to the crown of your head. Now bring your awareness to your right arm, your shoulder, and your elbow. Find a place in between your shoulder and your elbow on your bicep, and then imagine drawing that same line from your bicep to the wall to the right or piece of furniture. And back again. Let's do that one more time. Shifting your awareness to the left side, your left shoulder, elbow. Find a middle part on your bicep. And when you're ready, begin to draw that imaginary line to the wall to your left or perhaps a piece of furniture. When you've reached that dense furniture or wall, you can draw the line back to your body. And then release the practice and just sense your body in your environment. Sense yourself in your body, in your environment. Interlock your fingers together. We're going to begin with a breath movement practice. Syncing breath with movement. Inhale to flip your palms around and reach out in front of you. With that same inhale breath, reach your arms up and look up. From here, you're at the top of your inhale. Reach out with the exhale. Interlock your fingers behind the small of your back and draw your knuckles down towards the ground. Lower your chin to your chest. So that's the movement we'll be taking together. We'll take it a few times in a fluid motion. So when you're ready, inhale, push your palms away and up. Exhale, reach out to the side And then find the inner lock once more at the small of your back. Draw your knuckles down and your chin towards your chest. 2 or 3 more times at your own pace. When we sync our breath with our movement, we're letting our nervous system know that we're safe enough right now. You can relax the practice, place your hands on your lap, and just take a pause for a moment to notice how you feel. Okay, now we're going to come into child's pose. For this child's pose, I like to recommend taking your knees wide and your big toes together, and then walk your hands forward. You could use your block or a pillow or a blanket here to rest your forehead on. Or if you don't have a block, you could stack 2 fists and rest your forehead, your third eye point on your fist. Breathe into your backside body here. Full body breaths. Rest your hips back into your heels. And now we're going to add some movement to this. So coming up onto your knees and hands, this is called tabletop. If you have trouble with knee pain, you might like to use a blanket or a pad to support your knees. Spread your fingers wide. Press into your index finger and your thumb. We're going to take cat-cow. So we're going to inhale to arch your back, lift your chest and chin. And then exhale, push the floor away to arch your back and bring your chin towards your chest. So inhale to cow. Exhale, cat. So inhale, cow. Arch your back. Use your hands to pull your chest forward. And then this time, exhale through cat back to child's pose. With the inhale, come up through table into cow. Exhale through cat back to child's pose. Let's do this 2 more times together. Inhale, table to cow. Exhale, cat to child. Last one. Inhale. Arch your back. Press into the mat with your hands to draw your chest and chin forward. And then push the floor away as you arch your back and then push back into your child's pose. Rest here. With your inhale, begin to walk yourself up to a kneeling position. You can set your blanket aside if you had one and come onto your back with bent knees. Blocks are always helpful to have around for any pose, any posture. Come onto your back with bent knees. I'm going to prepare for bridge pose. So with feet hip distance apart, lift all 10 toes and press your toe mounds and your heel into the floor. So just feel what that's like to press into all 4 corners. It's almost like there's a lift that automatically wants to happen in the pelvic bowl. And that is what we're going to go for in our bridge pose. So begin by pressing into all 4 corners of your feet. Inhale, drive your feet into the mat as you lift your pelvis up and draw your knees towards your toes. Exhale, lower down 1 vertebrae at a time, meaning really slowly. Good. We're going to take 1 more just like that, and then we'll take a 3rd one and we'll hold, and that's where your block might be helpful. Begin by pressing into the mat with your feet. And with your inhale, lift your pelvis and draw your knees down toward your toes. When you're ready with your exhale, lower one vertebrae at a time. 1, 2, 3. There's lots of them, but nice and slow. Take an organic breath here. And we're going to take this third one and we're going to hold. So I'm going to give some options here. So you might want to start by watching me first. So begin by pressing into the mat with your feet to lift your pelvis. Option here, you could interlock your fingers underneath and then press into your forearms. So pressing into your forearms to help create the stable base. You could use a block here on any setting and place it behind your sacrum. What we don't want to do is put this block under here and then just let our feet dangle. We want to stay active in your feet. So I don't so much love to go up. In fact, this would be too much for me. And it's not enough surface space to really feel like I can be supported. So choose how you want to do this. Again, using your forearms with your fingers interlocked or using a block. Press into your feet. Take a couple breaths here. If you have a block, let's remove the block or unhook your fingers, and with the exhale, begin to slowly lower down. Let's bring soles of your feet together. So this is Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly. If you have blocks, they can be really supportive under your thighs and knees. And then you could rest one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest, or both hands face down. And just breathe here. There's no need to make anything happen. We are tending to our nervous system by moving into the shape and resting. So breathe into your lower belly here. You could ask yourself here, what do I need right now? And then make that adjustment. Perhaps it's a supportive block or a blanket over you if you're cold. Maybe you want to change the position of your hands, placing one on your heart and one on your belly. Maybe you'd like a little bit longer legged butterfly and you want to bring your heels away from your body. Whatever your body is asking for, you can know that that's right. You can know. Okay, let's use your hands under the knees to help support the knees back up, and then guide your knees towards your chest. You could wrap your hands around your shins or around your hamstrings, or place your hands on your knees. This is Apanasana. Apanasa is supportive to downward energy, so to help us eliminate what's no longer needed. Just breathe into your lower belly here. Know that by breathing gently into your lower belly, you're doing everything you need to support your nervous system. Shift into a parasympathetic state, a rest and digest. Okay, curl your forehead up towards your knees and give yourself a squeeze, a thank you for staying for the full practice, giving your body this yoga medicine. And then as you exhale, pour out, spill out onto your mat. Let your ankles splay. Allow yourself to take up this much space on your mat. If you'd like to close your eyes here and just release any control of your breathing. Let your body breathe you. Shavasana is also called corpse pose, and it is this pose of stillness. It's a pose of stillness through softening. So we aren't rigidly holding our bodies still, but arriving into a place that's comfortable enough and then softening. If your mind wanders, and it most likely will, see if you can guide it back to your body breathing you, back to the way your breath feels in your body. Or if that feels a little too dynamic, a little too much to follow, see if you can just get curious about the weight of your heels on the ground. Like dropping an anchor in the ocean, our heels can tether us right here to the present moment. Soften the corners of your eyes and unstick your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Let your next exhale take your body a little heavier into relaxation. If you have more time to stay in Shavasana, I encourage you to do so. If now is your time, you can gently bring micro movements back to your body, perhaps rolling your neck from side to side slowly, or wiggling fingers and toes. I like to reach my arms overhead for a body stretch, bending one knee and then the other, preparing myself to roll over to one side. So you can do that when you're ready. And let your body recalibrate here. There's no rush. Rushing would be counterindicative of our process. So listen to your body for when it's ready. And then push yourself up to a seat where we'll pause here together for a moment. And just check in. How is your body feeling in this moment? How is your breath feeling? And how about the quality of your mind? How are your thoughts and feelings? Thank you for sharing your practice with me and letting me share some of my practice with you. I hope this has been helpful.